Hello everyone, welcome back to my Lego City. I've been silly busy, just absolutely silly busy. Unfortunately, mostly not working in this room, although I have started the digital design work for finally my second skyscraper, and it is not going to be a monochrome skyscraper like the big green one is, but it will be similar in height and will add a lot to the long-term plan for the skyline down there. So you'll be seeing some stuff about that on this channel soon. But today in this video, I just want to continue getting y'all caught up with the updates that I kind of skipped for quite some time, as mentioned before. And specifically, I just want to bring you down here and show you some of the updates to the coral and the underwater flora and fauna, as I call it. So I think it was mostly during some Patreon small group live stream sessions that I worked on these coral clumps and also some additional builds of sponges and coral columns and things. I guess sponge columns and coral. So this is one clump here, and folks who are familiar with saltwater aquariums know about coral clumps, and that's exactly how I approached the build of each of these. Wanted to use a lot of the colors that I already had on hand for foliage pieces, and be particularly bright about it, and especially colors that I had not used previously and that I kind of felt like I would not use a lot of in the overworld and on the normal land spaces. Sorry, I'm a little bit winded. I've been running around quite a bit, but tried to use compatible colors, similar ones from one to the next, and just be pretty random in the distribution to make it feel a little bit natural, well, as natural as reasonably possible for a single clump, and kind of designed a few different species of organism, whatever type of organism they are, and then tried to use those fairly regularly. You got these leaves, the leaf pieces that are in unusual colors that are not particularly good for normal above ground bushes and trees and things. I think I used up almost all the ones that I have. Here's another small clump over here on the side, and just gonna switch over here where things are, you get a little bit more light in here right now. I think I need to add some more light to the other area over there, but got a nice big clump here. I used some of my leftover just regular coral pieces, but underneath there's some rock work. Again, I did the rock work first, most of it first. Some of it is actually integrated, but it's all covered up. Like I tried to create the general shape, and then there just so many of the leaf pieces got added on that you don't really see that as much anymore. I think you have to get down really low and close to be able to see some of the shaping there. But some of the color choices and the combinations of flower and leaf pieces, again, tried to be consistent, throughout the different areas, but try to have a little bit of variety. So it still feels a little bit different over here. There's one major clump that has a lot of the same stuff on it, and then some of the things got kind of feathered out, some of the smaller bits, but mostly just added a bunch of color, vibrancy, and a little bit more texture into both of these spaces. I personally still feel like I need more. I would like to see a little bit more depth, but I think before I get too far into another round, I want to start replacing some of the sets down here, because obviously everything on top of the tables is custom now. I've successfully kicked out all of the set stuff from the city. I've got a couple, unfortunately, still a couple of modified things. Those are starting to go away already, like the Metro liner, which is heavily modified. That one's already gone from the table, the main cars for it. And then I've got the Maersk train, which is heavily modified, or a locomotive, which is heavily modified. But that one's gonna have to go soon, because I want everything to be 100% custom up top. But obviously down here, there's a bit of a sanctuary for non-custom things, which is fine. I'm not ashamed of it. These things bring me great joy. The basically yellow submarine things, whether realistic or fanciful that Lego has done, they really bring me joy. I like them a lot. And that, you know, the classic neon red or orangish color is nice. And, you know, some of the weird pieces that they used back in those days. It's good stuff. So most likely what I'll end up doing is reusing a lot of those to make some custom things that take inspiration from these. And you know, the divers theme had a couple of sets in it that helped to bring me back to Lego, or that, you know, I was particularly drawn to the first time I came back from my first dark age. So I'll probably hold on to some of that, but I also have a big haul of those quarter round dome pieces that they introduced. I think it was last year, was it, with the city sets, that I want to use down here for interconnected, like a little underwater colony kind of thing. And that'll probably be across both spaces. So I have a bunch of those from the first color, and now they're introducing them this year in just a plain clear as well. I think I'll just use the ones that I have because, you know, I've invested heavily into those. Oh yeah, the Orca, look at that. The old creator Orca, that's going to get replaced with the new mold. And the great white shark. I forgot, I don't have one of those. I don't have one of those big ones, do I? I don't have a big bodied shark at all. I don't think so. I don't think I do. Interesting. Yeah, so I need to get that great white down here as well. And yeah, it'll be a slow process to get these updated. For now, I just want to show you what was changed on that. It's a big difference from the way it was before. It really shows just how sparse things really were before, because it's still, to me, from the outside, feels a little bit sparse. Like I say, I'd like to see more down there. But yeah, it was just one little contained thing that I wanted to show you in one single separate video. And I think probably in the next one, I'll go ahead and take you over to the zoo and spend some time just looking at that, how the progress is over there, and talk about where it's going. But thanks for now. Talk to you soon.